Last week on Talent Search Cymru, themed weeks came to a close with our Vocal Phenomenon Challenge. And the stakes became higher as we saw our top 9 power out their best vocals. We saw the great and we saw the exceptional. We witnessed true stars blossom. We witnessed the birth of more stars. But sadly, one fell short as we said goodbye to Venom. This week, it's the final showdown.
I'm blown away with what I've just witnessed.
You just have such a talent and you are so special.
I absolutely love that performance.
You were absolutely shredding this process.
You shocked me. You really shocked me.
That's my favourite performance of yours thus far.
You've blown my mind.
Everything I've seen so far, I seen fight there tonight.
I felt like, again, you've played it very safe.
You sound like a winner. You sound like a winner.
What you've got can't be told.
It's the quarterfinals next week, alright? And it's so important for me to see people who are completely committed through all the stresses, through all the panic, saying, I'm here for a reason. I need to see that. Because if you are successful tonight, I don't want to see you how you was this week. I don't want to see that again.
Let's begin the show.
So, first up tonight is Kelsey. The question is, Kelsey, what would it mean to you to get through to the quarterfinals?
It would mean the world to me and I'd be so happy and I just try my best throughout the rest of the competition.
Right on then, guys, give Kelsey a round of applause as she starts her performance.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and better. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I simply got to. If someone takes us, then it's me and not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade? I must find it out. I'll keep fighting on. And if I find out your turn at that, sir, at least I didn't fake it yet, sir. I guess I didn't make it, but whether I'm the rose of sheer perfection, a freckle on the nose of life's complexion, the cinder or the shiny ever-loving eyes. I gotta fly once, I gotta try once, only can die once, right, sir? Oh, life is juicy, and you see I gotta have my bite, sir. Get ready for me, love, 'cause I'm a comer. I simply gotta march my heart to drummer. Don't bring around a cloud to
I would not want to be the one singing that song tonight because that was a lot of breath control. And I mean, you nailed that though. I mean, it didn't seem like you ran out of air at all throughout. And I think that was very impressive. Your mic control's come a long way. You didn't appear shouty at all during your performance. Said that to you before, but I'm going to say it again, your mic control has come a very long way, and you should be proud of that. Your showmanship as well, like you got a little bit into it, you can start moving your arms, which is obviously great to see. But yeah, I think that was a very strong performance, Stephanie, to start the night. Very big song, you should be very proud of your performance.
Well done, Kelsey. You never shy away from a challenge, and that was a really fast song. And you did it really well. You handled yourself well through that. I think it's nice to see your journey, you know, from where you've come from. You've really started to develop as an artist and where you sort of fit. And theatre definitely suits you, and it's lovely to hear. So your outfit is lovely, the performance was lovely. Like Declan said, the breath control, I mean, it can't be compared to how it was when you began. You've gone so well with that. So well done. You should be so proud of yourself tonight.
Look, we got the quarterfinals coming up of this, right? And what I think we're expecting from all of you is full dedication. And one thing I really, really love about you and what you've done in this journey is you don't hold back. You don't fall apart, you don't crumble, you don't stress, nothing. If I throw a song at you, you're on it. You don't care. You're on it. You're like, I'm going to smash this. And that is completely and totally dedication. And I'm absolutely so proud of you for that, because you need that in this industry. You've got what it takes to succeed in this industry because you're so dedicated to it. And you don't let anything faze you. You don't let it stumble you. You don't do anything. You focus, you go, give it to me. I'm going to do it. End of. That mentality is incredible. And honest to God, you should be really impressed with what you've done tonight, because this song in particular is not an easy song. All right. And even to learn this song, there's so many moments throughout that track that changes speeds, melodies, the flow of it. It constantly changes from fast to slow. And to have to learn that technique takes a while. And you've done this in a few days. What you've just done up there, remarkable. I also want to point out the fact that you took the last note up. You took it up and into your mixed, which is not an easy thing to do. And it's something I've never seen anybody singing this song do. They normally just hit that note on the chest, which is usually enough. But tonight, for you to push it up an extra little bit more, you should be really proud of yourself. And you look incredible.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Kelsey. An amazing start. Well done.
Righty on then, guys. Up next, give a massive round of applause for Grace. Keep it coming, keep it coming. What would it mean to you if you got through to the quarterfinals?
It would mean the world to me. It would mean so much. I mean, there's just so many incredible talents here. So I know it's going to be tough to get through, but I'm just going to try my best and see where it takes me.
Seems like it was yesterday when I saw your face. You told me how proud you were, but I walked away. If only I knew what I know today. Ooh, I would hold you in my arms. I would take the pain away. I thank you for all you've done. Forgive all your mistakes. There's nothing I wouldn't do to hear your voice again. Sometimes I wanna call you, but I know
Thank you.
One thing that I always love about watching you perform, it's almost as if you've planned every little detail from your outfit to exactly how you're going to move on stage and how you're going to present yourself. That was quite a haunting performance then. Your little stare into the distance, the very slow, drawn-out movements. It was like you were putting everything into that song emotion-wise, and it really carried across really well. You just carry yourself on stage extremely well. For the vocal side of it, I mean, we haven't seen you use your head voice like that through this competition. We saw you do it a little bit at the end of one of your songs before, but the extended period of time doing that is a new layer to you, and I really like the way you've done that. You hit some beautiful runs doing that song, and I feel like it just showcased your voice perfectly. Be very proud of your performance. Well done.
Grace, that was another sensational performance from you. And you've not had a faulty performance since the beginning. You just have such a talent and you are so special. I love the way that you come up and like Dex said, you're just so prepared. You know how to just captivate us straight away. And I never take my eyes off you, not for a second while you're singing. You are just a true professional and I would be so proud of that. Well done.
Grace, that's exactly what you've done tonight. You showed us another element to what you were capable of. And I'm so glad you actually went for the little head voicey sounds and things like that. Because to you look at us and think, well, that's easy for me to do. That's it, that's how it comes across. But it's about using this process to your advantage and showing off every little ounce of what you were capable of. And I know that you're capable of, even now, much more, Again, I want to pick up, like, these agree the same, that it is true what Lily said. Like, you haven't had a fault in any performance to date. You've smashed everything that you've shown us. And this just put it there, that about the versatility. You've shown us different styles, different techniques, 13 years of age. And I do feel like we are seeing, look, these processes come out 3 times a year, all right? It's rare we find stars, and you are one of those stars. And we are seeing it week in, week out. And I can't wait to see what comes next after this process. Like I said, everyone's fantastic in this process, but I do think it'd be stupid if you didn't sail tonight, if I'm honest. That's me living a bit of reality here, and I think everyone would probably agree in the room that it'd be stupid if you didn't. That was absolutely stunning. The head voice was stunning. I think you've come into the final showdown, and you've done exactly what you need to do to sail it, so well done. Well done, Grace.
Thank you so much.
Round of applause, guys.
Give a massive round of applause for Madison! What would it mean to you to get through to the quarterfinals?
If I got through, I would be extremely happy, over the moon with joy. And all I've got to do now is keep pushing and trying to get through to the next rounds and that.
Give her a round of applause, guys.
I call you and I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me. Give me everything that I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. It can be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than In your heart, I see the start of every night and every day. In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I can be in a better place. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. Ooh, you're the best.
I absolutely love that performance. I mean, it's different to what you've done before thus far in the competition. A slowed down version of a quite popular pop classic. And to be honest, you nailed it. I mean, you showed different elements of your voice throughout. Obviously, you started off a bit simple, and you started doing some runs, you started picking it up. You just showed us a journey, really. And I feel like it's the most vulnerable you've been as well. Like it felt like you emotionally connected with the song a little bit, and just the way you carried yourself throughout. I mean, the outfit speaks for itself, you know. It's a great outfit. You definitely went all out for this, and I feel like you came in prepared. You knew what you were going to do. You experimented, you played with it, and that's exactly what you had to do. Be proud of yourself. Well done.
Madison, that was a beautiful performance. It was really nice actually to hear you do something very different. I know you've got lovely movement in your voice and you've showed that to us throughout the competition, but tonight it was very stripped back and raw, and you know, everything is on you and your vocals. I know there's a track, but it's very simple. So it was lovely to be able to hear how you move your voice and with those runs and how you play with the song, and you made it your own, and it was stunning. Well done. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, the crowd can't actually see my face, but my face throughout that and literally now, I'm like struggling to put it back straight because it's grinning so tight because I'm absolutely blown away. I'm blown away with what I've just witnessed. And I tell you why. Because this week, for the first time, I thought, right, this test to see what she could do with making a song her own. Let's see if she's really that gifted. Let's see if she could do it. And in the week, when you left the session, Madison, I was thinking, this can be a risk. This might not work. This if she doesn't come out and find out like her identity, it's not going to work. And tonight, you absolutely made my jaw drop because you did exactly what the back of my brain was telling me when the song was selected, and you done it tonight in massive ounces. I want to take this moment for a moment, and I want to just make everyone aware. When I say what is sellable for different TV shows and things like that, because people always hear me bipping on about that, this is exactly it. It's about being original. It's about taking a classic song and putting your own stamp to it. That could have been your song. That was nothing like the Tina Turner version. You brought life to it. You brought emotion to the song. People know that song for being an up-tempo, iconic, you know, and you just completely brought life into that. The way you moved your voice, I didn't tell you to do that. You've gone away and you've mentally done that. I am blown away with what you've done tonight, Mad. And I got to be honest, I thought, you know what? This song's going to be a lot subtler than last week. She might not have the same impact. For me, I'll be honest, I preferred this more than last week. And last week was an absolute moment for you. But this was so delicate, so grown up, 12 years of age, and you just did that. Honest to God, you were absolutely shredding this process. You were shredding it into pieces. Keep doing what you're doing because that was absolutely a moment. That was another moment. You've just done it again. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Maddie.
Give a Another round of applause for Riley! What would it mean to you if you got through to the quarterfinals?
It would mean the absolute world to me. I'd just be so happy.
That is my favourite performance of yours thus far. I mean, you showed a different side to yourself there, because even though you did belt during the song, you also showed a lot of technicality, which we haven't seen from you fully throughout the competition. The way you were moving your voice to little runs, the way you were changing the pitch of your voice. I felt like that was a bit of a statement by you, because you've been known just to belt your way through this competition, and doing that just shows who Riley really is, what can Riley offer to the table, and that is a massive point for you right there. I'm very proud of that performance by you. I mean, you just put a lot of emotion into it. You took the mic off the mic stand, started doing a little bit of movement and doing that bridge, and honestly, mate, outstanding performance. Well done.
When I heard that you were going to sing this song, I wasn't very happy, I'll be honest. I was like, no, it's such an overdone song. I don't want it sung like Adele. He's got so much more than this. And I was worried. But to be honest, you shocked me. You really shocked me. I'm so glad that you've just chopped the entire song and made it Riley's. I don't think, if I'm honest, I would have liked it had it been like Adele's. But the fact that you took it and you've made it completely your own, I loved. And I also like this week, I think like throughout the other weeks, you, like Declan said, have belted your way through. And when you're in that belt, it's like you open your lungs and you just go for it. Where we've needed to work throughout the competition is when you're not doing that and, you know, really controlling the movement of your voice when you're not belting. And I've seen this the most I've seen throughout the competition tonight. And actually, it was stunning. So well done. I'm really proud of you.
First of all, I'll start with, you've 100% put yourself right at back in the front of this. And I want you to know that, because I want you to feel confident that you've got what it takes to go to the end. Tonight, this could have gone completely wrong. Like I said to Maddie just now, the arrangement was so changed. the changes that you had to do with your voice in the song to take it away from the Adele version. You had a lot more put on you this week, including the pressure from last week. You had a lot more put on you. And Ryle, in terms of control and how you controlled that, like with your head voice in the first section, that was similar to like how Adele would throw a voice. That was something we haven't seen you do. And then when that perfect the middle part of it came in, it was like, there's Riley. That last note that I said about you had a couple of belts in it, but the last one that was super long, like it was the longest note I've heard you do this series, to hold that much breath. I chucked a lot on you this week, and you've blown my mind because you've just done everything in treble standards to what I expected to happen tonight. Because I expected this to come out. If you came out and done everything right, I was expecting it to be fab. But this was a complete different level again. And honestly, Riley should be so proud of you. But when I said last week about just a bit more of your own identity in the song, this is what I meant. This is what I meant. Oh, stop throwing stuff, I'll keep it. I'm joking. This is what I meant, because what you did tonight, that was the most original we've seen now. You really just played with it and you made it a little bit different to Adele's and you look incredible, buddy. Honest to God, I didn't even know you was glamming up like this, but you look proper, especially with this song. You should be really proud of yourself, Ryle, because tonight you've outdone what I expected. You've completely outdone it. Well done. Round of applause, guys.
To be considered for the next series, apply now at www.musicwales.org. Don't forget to read the small print and good luck. Let's get back to the performances.
Haley, honestly, I think that's just a new layer to your performance right there. I mean, I would never imagine you ever singing a Billie Eilish song. To be honest, I think you delivered perfectly for what song you were given. You used your head voice nicely during that song, and you gave us quite a haunting experience throughout. You were emotionless throughout, almost like Billie Eilish would perform, because it was a song where you've got to be emotionless. You've got to just look blank and look almost evil in a way, but not evil, if you get me. I also like the way you show maturity and awareness of breath control by taking that deep breath before hitting the big note, because a lot of people when they start out will just try and belt those notes out without taking a breath, and it just showed because you actually delivered the note then instead of straying off at the end. It was a strong performance throughout, and I think you delivered perfectly. Well done.
Haley, it was definitely nice to see something different from you. I think throughout the competition, you've definitely brought some versatility, and you've done a bit of pop, a bit of country, and now obviously Billie Eilish, which is a very different style to what I would imagine you doing. It was nice to hear those lower tones that we've not really heard throughout the competition so far. So that was really nice. And like Declan said, it was very haunting. You really told the story quite well. I think I liked the emotion you put into it, and I think you were really kind of putting across all the pain and the hurt that's supposed to kind of convey. So I think you've done really well. I noticed last week I told you I wanted you to hold notes a little bit longer and not try and cut them off. And you did that this week. So well done. It was a good performance, and I think you should be proud of yourself.
Haley, it's always difficult when you've got to perform something like this from a different location to where you should be. It is challenging because we put you in a different position, so we can't look at the performance too much and things like that. In terms of the choice, out of the choices we had this week that you'd come to the studio with, this was the best choice. After listening to it with everything I've heard so far tonight, I still don't think it's standing out as much as what I've seen so far. But that's because obviously when you watch everyone's performances back to back, you can see what's standing out. I do feel like maybe last week was slightly better, but nevertheless, Billie Eilish is definitely something I hear you singing, and I think you've done it justice. The falsetto-y notes, those were really haunting. So it was nice to see that different side to your voice. So you should be really proud of yourself, and remember the journey you've been on too, even up to you now at this point. You know, what you've shown and how far you've come and how far you've developed. So be really proud of yourself. You took on another challenge, another style, and you've done really, really well. So be proud of yourself and well done.
Up next to the stage, give a massive round of applause for Jaden! What would it mean to you if you got through to the quarterfinals?
I would be absolutely buzzing, and I would be speechless.
The second time I mentioned you were all alone, I could feel the trouble coursing through your veins. Now I know it's got a hold. Just a phone call left unanswered, had me sparking up. These cigarettes have got me wondering where you are. Don't let go. If you look into the distance, a house upon the hill, guiding like a lighthouse, in a place where you'll be safe to feel our grace, cause we've all made mistakes. If you lost your way, and I will leave the light on. I will leave the light on. And I will leave the light on. What's been on your mind? Lately you've been searching for a darker place to hide. That's alright. But if you carry on abusing, you'll be robbed from us. I refuse to lose another
a friend to trust, just come along. Don't let go. Look into the distance, there's a house upon the hill, guiding like a lighthouse. It's a place where you'll be safe to feel our grace, cause we've all made mistakes and you lost your way. And I will leave the light on. I will leave the light on. And I will leave the light on. I will leave the light on. If you look into the distance, there's a house upon the hill, guided like a lighthouse, the place where you'll be safe to feel our grace. Cause if you lost your way, if you lost your way, and I know you're done and done now, but I need you to be safe, hiding from the truth. We're gonna make this all okay. I see you, baby. If you lost your grace, if you lost your way, and I will leave the light on. I will leave the light on. And I will leave the light on.
That was my favourite performance of yours so far. I mean, considering you got that song last minute and you had to work on it out of nowhere, you definitely did it justice on that stage. You gave it your all there, and you could see that with your facial expressions, the way you were moving, like you were preparing for those big notes and smashing out into it. You could tell you were ready, engaged, and just ready to go. You were fighting for your spot, is what you should be doing, as on what you just did. To be honest, even though like the bigger notes could have been slightly cleaner, I still felt you went for it, and your earthy and gritty sound came out really well, especially when you harshened up at the start and leave a light on. And to be honest, I think you've just come a long way since you started the competition. I mean, we couldn't get a movement out of you when you first started, and now you're there taking a mic off the mic stand, moving around, facial expressions everywhere. So honestly, mate, keep going. Well done.
Jaden, you have come so far, and I agree with Declan. I think that was your best performance for me as well. And what I liked about this performance, I think, is that even though you stumbled in the beginning, you held it together, you pushed, and out of everything I've seen so far, I've seen fight there tonight, more than I've seen in anybody else. Performance-wise, facial expressions-wise, you were like, no, I'm doing this. I'm going to give it everything. You were gritting your teeth through some of it, and I really felt that, and I liked that about you. You're so determined, and even when I seen you in the studio, I know you brought some songs with you and they weren't working. You were getting so frustrated and stressed, and you were like, I don't know what to do. This was thrown at you. Last minute, you've challenged yourself, you've done it, and you've done it very well. You should be so proud of what you've just done up there, because honestly, I just seen a lot of fight there.
Jaden, you know I'll always be realistic with you. I was preparing for you to fail up there tonight. That's me being completely upfront and honest with you. Only because of what I've seen from you over the last few days, and I'm like, oh my God, he's crumbling, he's falling apart, he's breaking, and things like that. And this has just proven that you can do it. And all of that stress through the week and stressing with Mum, all of this panic and that is uncalled for. You don't need to be doing it because you've just proven you can do it, I kind of agree with Declan there. This is probably my favorite song we've done. And it's really weird considering this was just chucked into very last minute before the session. And I did say at the end of the session, I was like really annoyed in a way because I was thinking, oh my God, if he came in with this, we would have gone for it. If we had this in the beginning, because it's definitely something that is perfect for your sound. I could see you were still a bit unsure of some of the parts in there, and I get that, but you pushed through it, you fought for it, and you showcased why you're you. I'm going to be realistic with you now, because I want to be realistic with you. Look, that's how I am as a person. It's the quarterfinals next week, all right? And it's so important for me to see people who are completely committed through all the stresses, through all the panic, saying, I'm here for a reason. I will push myself to smash that song, whatever it might be. I need to see that. Because if you are successful tonight, I don't want to see you how you was this week. I don't want to see that again, because to watch you have to suffer like that and stress and panic over the smallest things and ma'am then, is a lot of pressure. And I don't want pressure, you don't want pressure, and ma'am don't want pressure. So if you are successful tonight, you come back with a bang and say, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to go for it, right? Because that's what we need in the quarterfinals, right? Is dedication, 100%. Don't give up on yourself, because you literally give up on yourself this week and you've just proven you can do it, right? So you'll watch this back and you go, why was I worried about that for? Like, all that stress for nothing. So you got to think, you don't need to do that because you can do it, right? A brilliant performance, buddy. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Up next, it's Laura! If you was to make it through to the quarterfinals, what would it mean to you?
Do you know what? There is no words to describe how I would feel. Do you know what? I would be over the moon, and I would just take each challenge as it comes, and I would absolutely try and smash each and every one of them. I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further. They say less. I know this is love, but if I tell the world, I'll never say enough, 'cause it was not said to you, and that's exactly what I need to do. If I end up with you, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? I build myself up and fly around in circles when as my heart drops and my back begins to tingle finally. Could this be it, or should I give up, or should I just be chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just be chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Oh, would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep on chasing pavements? Should I just keep on chasing pavements? Oh, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should
be honest, Laura, that song did show off the best elements of your voice. It showed off how pretty and delicate your voice can be, but also how you can go a little bit lower and have that nice low sound. So I could give you props for that. Your performance as well, you definitely was go captivating on stage. You're moving around, you engage with the audience. It's almost as if you were at a gig. However, I felt like, again, you've played it very safe. You didn't explore the song as much as I would have liked. There's a lot more you could have maybe implemented. However, as far as the performance actually went, what you did do with the performance, you did show off how nice your voice is, how your tone settles in very consistently, and how you can do runs and you can do all these little crazy things. I would just like to see it a bit more, if I'd be honest. Just a bit more creativity, because you could have made that song completely your own. And I would have liked that, because that would have been a big moment for you. I was just looking for that wow factor, and I feel like we just didn't get that tonight.
Laura, well done. You've definitely, throughout the competition, been making these small improvements every week. And it's so nice to see your journey, and you're really opening up to who you are as an artist and, you know, showcasing what you can do. You have such a beautiful voice and a pretty tone. And honestly, any song you sing, it's just so angelic, and it's lovely to hear. I would agree with Declan, though. I think, you know, in terms of where we are in the competition, quarterfinals being next week, I would have wanted a little bit of I don't know if it was song choice or what you could have done with the song. Just a bit more of a risk, something a bit more gutsy, just to, I don't know, give us a big note or anything that was just a little bit different to the original. Because I love to see the creativity. But in terms of singing the song, I mean, you sang it lovely. You know, it was a very pretty performance. So well done. You should be very proud of yourself, because it was faultless in terms of the song.
Look, we're all on journeys throughout this. You all got your own individual things you're working on, what you all want to achieve from it, things like that. And I think is the comment that was just picked up now, I completely agree with about the like sort of safeness and that. And I think that's why maybe in previous weeks you kind of ended up being spoken to again, and it's happened on 2 other occasions. And I think it's because that same similar patterns there. This is why I was a bit worried about this one tonight, because I had a funny feeling that these comments were going to be said. And that's why I was trying to stick away from it and do something a bit different and unique, because I think it would have kept them more excited, you know. It is what it is. You are here to make your own decisions. We can only advise, and that is it, you know. In terms of what you did with the song, look, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, the way you sing that is definitely something that you're confident with, and that showed tonight. You showed you was confident with that. The runs in particular could have been a bit cleaner, because that's an element to your voice that's not one of your biggest strengths, but the prettiness of it showed off big time. You should be proud of yourself. Look, and whether you go through tonight or not, I don't particularly care, because the fact is you are talented, and don't ever forget that. And you've had a wonderful journey so far, you know, but never say never. Once we get to the end of this and we look at everyone's performances, we make a decision from there. You should be proud of yourself, though, Lo. Don't think you're not proud enough. We're all here on our own journeys, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So well done. All right, well done, Lo.
Well, then, guys, we have come to that time of the evening. It is the last performance of the night. So, show the best of order, the best of love. And up to the end of the night is Charlie! What would it mean to you if you was a quarter-finalist?
It would mean a lot. It means I'm making progress. It means I'm building my confidence up. So it would mean a lot, yeah. I was distracted and in traffic. I didn't feel when wake up, but it really got me thinking. Were you out drinking? Were you in the living room, chilling, watching television? It's been a year now, think I figured out how to let you go and let communication die out. I know, you know, we know, you know, for forever and it's I know, you know, we know, you each other and it's fine. If the world was ending, you come over right. You can always stay alive. Would you love me for the way? All of the fears will be a better. If the world was ending, you come override. The sky be falling and I hold you tight. Now there wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye. If the world was ending, you come override. You'll never override. You'll never override. You'll never override. You'll never forever anything. I know, you know, we know we were made for each other and it's fine. If the world was ending, you come over right. Sky be falling and I hold you tight. Know there wouldn't be a reason why. Feels irrelevant. If the world was ending, you come over right. Sky be falling and I hold you tight. Know there wouldn't be a reason why. We wouldn't even have to say goodbye. If the world was ending, you come over right. You come over, you come over, you come over right.
Like I said from the start, Charlie, you've got such an indie and gritty sound to you, and that's shone in that song. And I feel like you're a natural born storyteller because you told a story through that song, and it could show the way you sung it. I feel the song was perfectly suited to you, vocal wise, and again, it showed. I mean, you sung it very well, and you even went for you even forced your voice out and actually went for those big notes towards the end, which I know obviously you haven't done in the past. So seeing that was just a great improvement and showed that you have a bit more confidence in your voice. There was a few timing issues, and that was obviously clear, but that's been a concurrent theme throughout the competition, let's be honest. I'm really gutted about that because I was really hoping there'd be no timing issues and this would be your big moment to shine. Vocally, you still shone in my opinion. It showed off your voice for what it is, and that's the indie, gritty sound. It's just very sellable. Like Joe, you have said many times in the competition, you are sellable, you are marketable. I just wish that timing issue wasn't a thing because honestly, mate, as a vocalist, you're amazing, but that timing issue is just, I don't know what it is. But honestly, mate, you should be very proud of yourself because that was a great performance. And yeah, well done.
Charlie, it was another great performance. At the end of the day, no matter what you sing, you have such a lovely earthy tone that it just sounds stunning. You've just got a natural talent for this. It is frustrating that you had timing issues again. I wish it was something that we could just kind of fix and it's done. It's obviously something that you need to work on. But you are working, and I have to give you credit for that because you are pushing every week. We've tried loads of different things, taking lyrics off you, putting lyrics back, not letting you look at the laptop to see when you should come in. And it's just one of those things that we need to just keep working on. I don't know what's happening there. It is frustrating, like I say, but I do think you have so much potential. And I really think that we need to just focus on these little things. Because I honestly believe that if you can break that wall, you're just going to shine. You're really going to shine because what you've got can't be taught. It's just incredible. So well done. You should be proud of yourself because it was a good performance. Just please sort these timing issues out because I'm going to scream. But well done.
Charles, it is really a frustrating one. Very, very frustrating because in 10 years of doing this, I've never come across this sort of thing. And it's almost like it's no fault of your own either. I know that sounds weird because it's happening. Look, I got to revert to what I think of your actual tone and your texture and your ability, and this is so difficult for me because I'm thinking, right, wait there now. Is he going to have this timing issues if he goes through to the quarterfinals? That's in my head. And then I'm thinking, hang on, Joe, remember, you think he's one of the strongest in this. So, so you're throwing me all over the place. And I've never, ever been in a position like this in 10 years. Because honest to God, Charles, this put them aside a minute. This separate this. Timing over here, gone. Voice, right? When I listen to your voice, like I've said to you before, it is really sellable. And when I listen to it, you sound like a winner. You sound like a winner. That's the texture and tone you've got. And this is why I'm so frustrated, because this sound that sounds like a champion has got timing issues. And it's annoying. It is annoying. Look, in terms of this song, it was definitely perfect for you. It showed off your style, your tone, your texture. But like I said, we've tried absolutely everything to try and fix this timing thing. We've tried our best to do it. It wasn't terrible tonight, by the way. It was only a couple of wobbles. When you started, I was like, oh my God, he's on it. And then all of a sudden it slipped. And then it came back in. So you are finding yourself in places. But I don't know what it is. I don't know how in 10 years of doing this, when I've worked with people with timing issues, I've never ever been in a position where I haven't been able to fix it until now. So I know this is something out of my hands, completely out of my hands. But look, please take on board the notes I just said. I really do think you have an incredible tone, and we got to remember this is a talent competition, and we got to keep that in mind too. And I think that's important. It's a tricky one. It's something I need to think on, Charles, because I'm sat here now and I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I just give up on him now? Do I think that's where I'm at? So I need time to really think this out. But you please be really proud, because like I said, I still think in terms of your voice, you're rare, you're one of a kind, and you do sound like a champion. I want you to know that. All right? Well done.
Thank you, guys.
And now it's time for the results. 8 incredible upcoming talents, but only 6 places for the quarterfinals. The judges now have their difficult decision to narrow it to the top 6. Now let's get to the final result.
So, we have made that decision. So can I please have the 8 acts up to the front? Round of applause for them all, guys. In no particular order, the first person going through to the top 6 and into next week's quarterfinals is Kelsey. Well done, Kelsey. You are an official quarterfinalist. Well done, Kelsey. Well done, girl. Okay. In no particular order, the next person going through to the top 6 and into next week's quarterfinals is Riley. Well done, Riley. You are a quarterfinalist. Well done, buddy. Top 6 next week. Okay, guys, here we go. Joining them in next week's top 6 and into the quarterfinals is Madison. Well done, Madison. You're in the top 6 and into the quarterfinals. All right, then, here we go. Joining them next week in the quarterfinals is Grace. Well done, Grace. You're in next week's quarterfinals and the top 6. Well done, girl. All right then, guys. So we got 5 of you left up there now. We keep this going. Going through in no particular order to the quarterfinals. Top 6 is Charlie. Well done, Charlie. You're through to next week's quarterfinals and into the top 6. All right, then, here we go. Okay, so we've got Laura, Hayley, and Jaden. All right, guys. So one more position into the top 6. And Hayley, Laura, and Jaden. I want all of you to be really, really proud. You've all been on wonderful journeys, but there is only room for one more position. So, going through to next week's quarterfinals and into the top 6 is Jaden. Well done, Jaden. You're in next week's quarterfinals and into the top 6. Okay, guys. Kaylee's going to come up for a second now. Guys, can we please have a round of applause for Laura and Hayley tonight? Both of them have been wonderful talents. I want you both to be really, really proud. Kaylee's going to come up and have a quick chat with you now for a second. Kayle, what would you like to say to Laura and Hayley on their journeys? What would you like to say?
Well, they've both had very incredible journeys. They've both, grown from the first audition up until now. They've brought out some excellent performances. They've brought out different tones to their voices. And, this is, when you look at it realistically, you've got the top 8 out of many applications for this season. So you should both be so proud of yourselves. And, everybody around you should be proud. You get the support regardless whether you're in it, whether you're in the competition, whether you're out the competition. Me, myself, personally be there for you. Lily, Declan and Joey, of course, there as well. Whatever your next goal is, your next idea is, we're here to work with you all inside and outside of the competition. So well done, both of you. Well done, mate.
No, I want to come to you first. I will obviously speak with obviously Hayley also, but look, I want you to be proud, all right? Because you're not silly. You know the competition you've been in and the talent that's here, and I want you to take that as how talented you are. Because when you look at everyone in there and you go, oh my God, they're fab. Just remember that you're here for a reason, is because you are too. All right, so keep that in mind. This has been a wonderful series for you. You've done so well. We've seen development, and I hope after this, I know you will stick to this because I know you've got it in you to do it. But after this, stay committed to it because you are talented and you're here for a reason because you were talented. So be proud of yourself. Is there anything you'd like your friends and family and things like that? Is there anything you'd like to say to people who supported you?
Guys, you've all done absolutely amazing, and I don't know how I got this far. I honestly don't.
Because you're talented.
Honestly, I think it's been absolutely an amazing thing, and I would recommend to anyone who would want to go further, who want to just progress in their career, who would just want to go further and just go to the next steps. And it's absolutely been amazing. It has. It's been so good. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you. You've been amazing.
Lord, you've had a wonderful journey, girl. Absolutely wonderful. Can we have a round of applause for the guys? Well done, Laura. Guys, as we know, this is getting tougher, and again, we're going to lose people in the quarterfinals. This is so tough, and this is why it's so important that we all remember one thing about this network is we always keep in mind, no matter the fact this is a competition, and one of these have got to be crowned at the end of this. Regardless of that, everyone deserves the equal respect, the equal support and everything, because we're all on our own journeys. And Laura, you've been wonderful, so well done to you, girl. Round of applause, guys. I'm going to give some quick words to Hayley now. Hayley, obviously, we'll get to watch this back. We'll get to speak to in the week and things like that.
And there
Please
we
don't
have
stop.
it, our
You've
top
come a long way
6.
from entering
That
this
was a
as
tough
duo,
decision,
and to
but
end where you
Hayley
are now,
and
you should be
Laura
so proud of
lead
yourself,
the
and I know you will
competition.
be because you've come a long way. So, guys, can we have a round of applause for Hayley, please? And yeah, a big thank you to both of them on being part of the process. And I'm sure with my gut that this won't be the last we see of him. So guys, that does conclude the final showdown. We have it. Next week is the beginning of the finals. Ladies and gents, your quarterfinalists!
Let's see how they are feeling.
Well done, quarterfinalists, top 6. How are you feeling?
I am feeling over the moon with joy.
How are you feeling about her being in the top 6?
I'm mega happy. She's doing brilliant. She's going to do brilliant in the future after this as well.
Do you feel like you're seeing an improvement in Maddie over the last couple of weeks?
Definitely.
She's really starting to shine, isn't she?
She's starting to come out now as well.
That's what it's all about, see? Grace, well done. You're in the quarterfinals of Tan Search Cymru. How are you feeling?
I'm really, really nervous now because it's getting to the hard stage. Well, not that it wasn't hard before, but it was really hard.
It's definitely
getting
tougher.
harder.
So, Dad, how are you feeling? Like, obviously, you've been in the quarterfinals, top 6. How are you feeling?
What a journey, innit? I'm still on the stage now. I'm looking out and I think, how does she do it? It's like, how do you do it? I'm so proud.
Quarterfinalists, top 6.
I don't even know what to say, to be honest. I'm just speechless.
I know probably before tonight, I can imagine how you felt. You probably thought you would never had no chance, but your talent speaks for itself. All right, so please believe it and stop these doubts because you don't need to be doing it. There's no need of it, all right? How are you actually feeling about being in the top 6?
I was lost for words. I didn't believe I was through, to be honest.
I'm so proud of him. He puts me through hell and back, especially this week, but...
Charlie, well done. You've made the top 6 quarterfinals. Like I just said to Jaden, I can imagine you probably thought you was leaving tonight. But please believe why you're here, because that was difficult for us. But the reason why we've given you this opportunity is because your talent, it speaks for itself. You know, like this tone what you offer is rare and we don't see it often. So you got to keep that in mind. Look, I've got it off my talent. Riley, well done. Top 6, quarterfinalist. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. I really didn't think I'd get this far in the process. I just lost words.
But you shone tonight, see? You absolutely shone. Those little tweaks we made, those little changes made a massive difference. And Riley just came to life. He came to life tonight and you could see that by the reaction. You should be really proud of yourself. And we're going to come to Dad. Dad, how are you feeling about him in the quarterfinals?
We're blown away. His journey the last 5 weeks from the growth we've seen is just outstanding. I want to thank you all. And me, his mom, and his brothers are just so proud.
We will see you next week for the quarterfinals.